Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. It is April
and Destiny,
and we're back with another braid tutorial. Yay! So the braid tutorial will feature the hairstyle Destiny is wearing right now. It's a pretty popular hairstyle right now. The braid swoop to the side, inspired by none other Queen Bee, Beyonce herself, in the Lemonade video. That's when I really noticed the hairstyle taking off. So it's our little spin on it. Quick, simple, cute spin on it. It's obviously not a lot of braids. When people sometimes do this hairdo, they'll do like a lot of like small cornrows all the way to one side, which is beautiful, but that is not going to work for us. So Destiny in total has 6 braids in her whole head. And so I'll talk more in detail as far as how I planned it out and what I did to achieve the look. And that is what's going to be coming up next in the video. So thank you again for watching the video. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment under the videos. I'll be sure to try to answer any questions that I can as quickly and accurately as possible. So stay tuned to see how we achieve this summertime quick little swoop hairdo. If you like what you see and you want to learn more about it, be sure to stay tuned. The major key of this hairstyle is the way that you part it. You're going to want to part it in a half moon or crescent oval shape on the top of the head. What that is going to do is create 2 separate sections. As you see on Destiny's hair here, it's parted going, like I said, in an oval shape along the top. And then from there, whatever side you want your braids to begin on, the back section in the side, that will be one half, and then the top half of the head will have the rest of the braids. So as you see, her braids are beginning on the left side of her head, and they're going to make their way all the way around to the right side of her head, falling around the ear. You don't want it to fall on the back of the neck. You want to bring the braids all the way around, pretty much following the pattern of that oval shaped part that you created. From there, that's going to leave the top section of the hair, and that section is going to come forward. You don't want to braid the braids going straight down, as they'll fall straight on the forehead. As you see her braid there on the top, it's kind of curving over to the right where it's going to meet the braids in the back where they fall. I didn't want this video to be extremely long, and I feel like the process of the braids in the back are pretty self-explanatory. As you see, they are falling right about her ear area. And so now I'm going to just pick up from finalizing the top, in which I said previously these braids are going to be coming forward slightly slanted toward the right side to meet the braids that are in the back. So as you can see, I am parting the space on the top to create 3 braids that are going to come down slightly slanted toward the right side of her hair. Now, for the braids in the back, as well as the braids on the top, I actually added braiding hair, just regular Kanekalon hair that we got from the hair store. I added it to the braids, not really for fullness, as Destiny's hair is pretty thick already. I've added it for the length, for the dramatic feel that it gives, you know, when it hangs down long on the right side. So the 3 braids going around the back of her head, making their way to the right side, I did add braiding here to those. And as you will see coming up on this braid that I'm going to do on the top of her head, I will add braiding here to these as well. In the near future, we will have a few tutorials regarding my braiding technique, as well as the way that I add braiding here to certain hairstyles to add length. And a lot of people use it to add fullness and thickness, but in Destiny's case, she does not need that. So in this style, we're pretty much really using the hair for fullness, and I'm actually going to be adding it toward the end of the braid, just for the length, as this braid on the top of her head is pretty thick, and when I add hair to braids that are really thick on her, it makes it tougher for me to braid. It's harder for my fingers to grasp, and it affects the neatness of the braid, and I'm pretty particular on making sure the braids come out neat. The braid on the top, it was just so thick, I really just added the braiding here towards the end, as you'll see coming up. Once the braids are complete, I'm going to dip the tips of the braiding hair into hot water. The ends of the hair primarily connect on. Not much of Destiny's hair is going to get wet in this process. So as you can see, I'm just dipping the hair in the water. I just boiled some hot water on the stove and then put it in a heat safe cup. So as you can see here, we're just dipping the ends in. And then I'm going to slowly take the cup away, and you'll want to use a towel or a t-shirt to have close by, as the water is very hot, and if you're not careful you will burn yourself. So as you can see here, I'm just wrapping the hair up in the ends of the shirt, giving it a moment to cool off. I find dipping the tips of the hair in hot water gives it a more finished look. The ends of the braiding hair turn to kind of like a wet and wavy feel, and it just kind of softens them up. So this last step is optional. I'm adding the gold embellishment string, or the gold braiding string that everyone's using to wrap around their braids, just to jazz them up a bit, and I find it to be pretty cute when I add them onto her braids. So really the key is securing it at the top, pretty much what you see me doing here, tying it in a knot at the top before crisscrossing it around the braids all the way to the end. And then once I get to the end, I'm pretty much going to secure it on the bottom. You can add this to each braid. You can add it to one braid. You can use gold, you can use silver, you can use pink. It's really to your liking. So this last step is really how you're going to personalize your hairstyle. And that's really kind of why I like the string, because you can take box braids or a hairstyle that, you know, a lot of people are wearing, and you can add your own effect to it. So it kind of gives it a customized look. So it's pretty self-explanatory. As I said before, I've secured the string at the top, and I'm going to secure it at the bottom, and then do the same thing to a few other. Okay guys, so this is a quick look at the finished product. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Should you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you for checking out our video. See you next time.